God bless you, my beloved. What a wonderful time we had in word and worship at Progressive Baptist Church today. Not only did we share the body and blood of Jesus Christ this first Sunday to remember his death, burial, and resurrection, but we also began to empower our women as we began a new sermon series on thinking like a woman and loving like a woman in response to Steve Harvey's book, Act Like a Lady, but Think Like a Man. We talked today about sex, love, and relationships from John chapter 8, verses 1 through 11. And what we learned, first of all, is the consequences of sex are different for women than they are for men. In that passage, a woman was caught in the act of adultery, but she was not caught alone. She was caught with a man. The biblical law says that the man and the woman caught in adultery should be stoned to death. But they brought the woman to Jesus trying to trick him, and they left the man out of it altogether. And what that means for us in the 21st century is that when women engage in sex just like men do, women are treated differently than men. A man who has sex with multiple partners is called a stud. A woman who has sex with multiple partners is called a slut. They are treated differently. One is a hero and one is a zero. Be careful, ladies, when you act like men, because the response you get is not the same as the response men get. The consequences of sex are very different. But then we moved on to talk about the compassion of love. They brought her to Jesus in an attempt to derail her and to destroy him. But Jesus' love for humanity is so strong that his compassion saved the woman and also gave him strength to show her that she is not damaged goods because she's done a bad thing. Love looks beyond faults and sees the needs of the individual. And Jesus' compassion helped to point out that she was no worse than anybody else, even though she's also no better than anybody else, and that the love and grace of God is strong enough to pull any of us, all of us, through the things we've gone through. But then finally, we learned about the confidence of being in a relationship, meaning this, that Jesus and the lady were left alone at the end of the text. He says to her, "Where are your accusers?" She says, "None but you." And he says, "I don't accuse you either." And then he tells her to go on with your life. Just don't sin anymore. Be free. And the consequences of a healthy relationship are that you can live your life to the full and not become a slave to sin any further. Here's what the ladies need to learn today. First of all, don't let men trip you up with sex games, and don't get caught up in playing sex games with men. Because at the end of the day, if you give that sex to him or he takes sex from you, you end up being the loser if you're not in the right relationship. Secondly, look for somebody who loves you more than somebody who just wants you. Because when somebody loves you, the compassion is much stronger. Finally, make sure you have a healthy relationship before you do anything. The relationship has to be right. Let the relationship build to love. Once you have a love and a relationship, then you can start to look towards what a sexual relationship can be. But keep everything in the right perspective, ladies. Don't let men have sex, then talk to you about love. And finally, about relationships. Make it the other way around. Make him earn you in the relationship. Show you that he loves you. And then you can even begin the conversations about sex. God bless you. I hope this message strengthens your heart. Can't wait to see you next week as we go deeper into this series. I love you with the pastor's heart. Peace.